Thank you for joining us for the Imaginative Storm Prompt of the Week. My name is Allegra Houston. I'm doing this recording solo today because my collaborator, James Nave, is in Asheville, North Carolina, leading a writer's retreat. And we will be doing another one of those in North Carolina next May, as well as one in Taos next April. That's the year 2025. I'm recording this now on May 21st, 2024. So how do we do the prompt of the week? A number of people join us on Zoom, and most of them are strangers to us when they first arrive and become friends. You too are invited. It is open to anyone who would like to write to that prompt live with us on Zoom. It takes place at 10 a.m. on Saturdays Mountain Time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern Time. We're together for about an hour. And we repeat it on Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you can't make Saturday, maybe you could make Thursday. You will get the link if you join our mailing list, and you can also always find it in the footer at imaginativestorm.com. So this is what we do. Nave and I choose a prompt. We put it up on the screen for 2 minutes, and we ask everybody to jot down a list of words, just a list, not joined up writing, a list of whatever words pop into your mind as you look at the image. They don't have to have anything to do with the image. They don't have to have anything to do with one another. Just a random list of whatever words or short phrases pop into your head as you look at this image for the next 2 minutes. After everyone has created their own personal word list, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute a word to a community list. The nice thing about a community list is that we can borrow from other people's imagination, or you might also think of it as we create a community pool of imagination to draw from. So I will read that list to you now. I think it's quite helpful to write the words down yourself. Something happens when things go in your ear and out your hand. But if you don't want to do that, just know that I will put that list up again during the 10-minute writing time that is coming up. So here is this week's word list. Line and arches, distant language, echo, chasms of lust, disbelieving, suspended, rainbow soup, fantastic waters. Is it wet? What planet are we on? Living planet. Aloha tutu, dark sea, amen, hot tub, ring around a crater. Rainbow dragon shows hurt to self. Ephemeral, dark, over and out. Meteor, flash retreat. Mystical, light, water, capacity. So what comes next? 10 minutes of writing. We like 10 minutes because it's not really long enough to get yourself in a twist about what you should write or ought to write, or is this good or not? You just kind of have to get on with it. But it's long enough to actually generate something once you start getting on with it. We don't really have rules about how you should do this. You can write fast or slow, poetry or prose, coherent or incoherent, doesn't matter. The only goal is to surprise yourself. So how do you surprise yourself? Well, you don't start off with taking time to figure out what you should write and then think it up and then try and download what's in your head. Just let your eyes roam over the two lists of words until one word kind of hooks you, and start there and see where it goes without a preconceived agenda. Let your imagination take the lead. Let your rational mind follow as if it's a dance. One partner leads, one partner follows. Your imagination leads, your rational mind follows. So your rational mind's only job is to stick with the dance, to let it happen, not to sort of collapse in a heap or storm off in a huff. It's only for 10 minutes. So let your imagination take the lead for the next 10 minutes. You can use as few of the words on the list or as many of them as you want. Sometimes people only use one and then just go off in some other direction, or keep coming back to the list for more inspiration as you write for the next 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed writing to that prompt. What we do in our Zoom now is we split up into breakout rooms so everybody can read what they wrote aloud. And the purpose of this is, yes, because we want to hear what other people wrote, but more importantly, to give everybody the opportunity to bring the words to life with the warmth, the breath, the sound of your own voice. Make an impact on the air with the sound waves of your voice. Even if you're in an empty room, it's not empty, you're in it. And you are your most important audience. The experience of reading what you write aloud is really powerful in a very subtle way. You notice what you like more than you notice what you dislike. When you read silently on the page, you're more critical because you're used to that. You're used to editing your work by reading it silently on the page. You're probably not used to reading it out loud. But when you start to really get a little hit of dopamine when you read out something that you wrote that you like. And this is a very, very powerful way to be retraining your inner critic into your inner cheerleader, your inner coach, whatever you would like to call it. Your inner critic has a job to do to help you, but we want to retrain your inner critic so that its feedback is helpful and not damaging. So put me on pause now and read what you wrote aloud. I hope you did that. I hope you did read what you wrote aloud. You have a chance now to put me on pause again and do it if you didn't do it the first time. Really, I promise you, it's incredibly valuable. Before I go further, I want to credit the picture. It's a photograph of Halema'uma'u. I'll try that again. Halema'uma'u volcano in Hawaii, and it was taken by Regina Ress, who is one of the regulars on our Prompt of the Week Zoom. So if you enjoyed this, I've already invited you to come and write with us in person on Zoom, so please do that. If you visit imaginativestorm.com, you can join our mailing list. You can also discover information about our book, Write What You Don't Know, and the self-paced online course of that book, Write What You Don't Know. Its subtitle is Imaginative Storm Writer Training, because when we started creating this book and this course, we realized that what the Imaginative Storm method does is it's like going to the gym for a writer, or perhaps going to yoga class for a writer, but without the yoga and without the moaning and the groaning and the struggle and the pain and all of that, because it's fun. And it's energizing, but what it does is it stretches and strengthens your imagination, stretches and strengthens the tools that you bring to your writing, your imagination, your, as we hope, inner cheerleader, the voice that is yours that you find, your originality, and ways in which you can access what's original to you as you write. So do check those out. We do live workshops as well, as I mentioned, in person, one in Taos, New Mexico next April, one in Black Mountain, North Carolina next May, and I will also be holding a 5-day memoir writing workshop in October 2024 in Nova Scotia. And you can find out details of all these things. Oh, and I've forgotten, there will be a Zoom course this summer beginning on June 11th that my collaborator, James Nave, will be leading. He is the co-author of Write What You Don't Know. We created this whole Imaginative Storm thing together. He will be doing a 10-week, 11-session Write What You Don't Know course, in which the people on the call, limited to 14 people, will work their way through all the prompts in the book, Write What You Don't Know, have discussions about them, and perhaps work them up. You can build on what you write in the call during the week, and then you'll discuss it the following week. And Nave will be available to the people on that call throughout the week as well. So if you would like to know more about that, imaginativestorm.com. And thank you for joining me today.